What if I told you that Bitcoin has better fundamentals than 98% of stocks from the S&P 500? For me to prove it, let's calculate this very fundamental value of Bitcoin. If you want to bridge from Web3 utopia to Web3 reality and reclaim your rights of privacy, financial autonomy, and ownership, join the Ghost ecosystem by visiting chain.ghostchain.io. You can find all the necessary links in the video description below. Although there are lots of theories about the right pricing model for the BTC, not a single theory really got stuck. What if the Bitcoin network could be turned into a network or decentralized computing? There are entire crypto farms that operate as institutionalized enterprises focused on crypto mining. These crypto farms are equipped with powerful machines such as ant miners whose entire job is to mine Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. If we could count all ant miners in the world and compute the total amount of money spent on those machines and then incorporate appropriate Wall Street coefficients, we can compute the real value of Bitcoin. There are 5 straightforward steps to determine Bitcoin's value using a decentralized computing method. Let's begin with the first step: tangible assets. Bitcoin hashing rate is rapidly increasing. Currently, it stands at 600 million terahashes per second. Now, this baby right here is an Antminer S21. It can mine Bitcoin at the rate of up to 234 terahashes per second. So how many Antminers do we need to fully match the Bitcoin's hashing power? 600 million terahashes divided by 234 terahashes per one Antminer gives us 2.5 million Antminer devices needed to maintain the Bitcoin network. We are almost done here. 2.5 million of Antminers at the price of 6,300 USD cost a whopping 16 billion in tangible assets. Do you recognize these logos? Apple, McDonald's, Toyota, Google, Amazon, and of course, Ghost. This and similar assets such as goodwill, trademarks, etc. are called intangible assets. How can we estimate them? We can take a look into the comparables including Nvidia, AMD, Visa, and IBM. The measure of intangible assets can be found in quarterly and annual filings. The average intangible to tangible ratio of these 4 companies is 105%. We can use this ratio to estimate the intangible assets of Bitcoin. 16 billion of tangible assets multiplied by 105% ratio gives us 16.8 billion in intangible assets for Bitcoin. Now we can move to step 3, the total assets. This step is super straightforward. Tangible assets plus intangible assets is equal to 32.8 billion in total assets which are involved in maintaining the Bitcoin network. Bitcoin is backed by 32.8 billion of total assets. Now, it's very hard to say that Bitcoin is not backed by anything. It's very hard to say that Bitcoin is going down to zero. We are now ready for the most crucial step in our analysis, which is converting total assets into the market capitalization. In other words, we are ready to estimate the real value of the entire Bitcoin network. And how can we do that? Very easy. We can analyze the market capitalization to total assets ratio across many industries: payment networks, semiconductors, internet technology, cloud computing, and so on. For example, semiconductors are at almost 1200%. Internet, tech, and cloud computing stay at roughly 300%. Considering that blockchain technology is highly novel and rapidly evolving, it's reasonable to assume a ratio of 2000%. The 32.8 billion of total assets multiplied by the ratio of 2000% results in Bitcoin's market cap of $655 billion. And that number is very much in line with what we see in other industries. Finally, we can move to the last step, which is the actual value of Bitcoin. We take the market cap, divide this by the total circulating supply of Bitcoins of 19.7 million coins, and we get the real value of one Bitcoin, which is $33,000 as of today. We can also build the long-term chart of Bitcoin price versus Bitcoin real value to make things more visual. The orange line is the price of one BTC. The yellow line is the value of one BTC based on the industry average coefficients. This chart shows that Bitcoin is trading at a premium and we could expect a pretty severe correction. However, one thing is very clear: Bitcoin has a significant amount of fundamental value backing every single coin. Of course, this analysis only includes the mining rigs without any consideration for the software solutions to operate the mining rigs, real estate used, trained personnel, and the network effect. Only the hardware has been included in the analysis, thus the real fundamental value of Bitcoin is likely much higher than the one showed on the previous slide. With the fundamental value of 650 billion, Bitcoin beats 98% of stocks in the S&P 500. In Bitcoin, we trust.